Welcome back, everyone. So now we proceed to the next panel discussions on the meeting, the MAEW 2022 photographer and filmmakers. So may I invite all the panelists and moderator on stage, please? So this panel is organized by MAEW, and it is going to moderate by Kun Somruddhi Pimon Nakesara from Project Seminar Southeast Asia. So please welcome Kun Somruddhi.
ค่ะสวัสดีค่ะก็ขอต้อนรับทุกคนเข้าสู่ช่วงเสวนาแบบสบายๆกันอีกครั้งหนึ่งนะคะก่อนหน้านี้อาจจะเป็นโปรแกรมที่ค่อนข้างดูเดือดกับประเด็นไปนะคะแล้วก็รอบนี้อาจจะมาชวนคุยกันสบายๆเนาะกับคนสร้างภาพนะคะจะบอกว่าเป็นอาร์ติสต์ก็ได้นะคะทุกคนก็จริงๆทุกคนก็เหมือนจะทำงานเป็น NGO ด้วยทำงานในพื้นที่ด้วยเป็นชาวนาด้วยแต่ว่าก็มีบทบาทอีกบทบาทหนึ่งคือในการเก็บภาพนะคะแล้วก็เป็นเหมือนเป็นช่างภาพที่ติดตามประเด็นที่เกิดขึ้นในพื้นที่นะคะแล้วก็วันนี้แต่ละท่านก็ได้นำภาพมาจัดแสดงในพื้นที่ที่นี่ด้วยนะคะแล้วก็จะมีที่หอศิลป์ด้วยสามารถไปติดตามได้แต่ว่าก่อนอื่นมิวอาจจะขอแนะนำตัวเองด้วยแล้วก็ขอแนะนำทีมแต่ละคนด้วยนะคะที่มาขึ้นพูดในเวทีนี้นะคะสวัสดีอีกครั้งนะคะมิวสมฤดีพิมลนาถเกษรานะคะจากโปรเจกต์เสวนา Southeast Asia นะคะแล้วก็วันนี้เราได้รับเกียรติจากทั้ง5ท่านเนาะก็จะมีคุณนางนะคะชานางอัมพารักษ์นะคะจาก The Mekong Butterfly นะคะแล้วก็ถัดไปจะเป็นคุณวิชัยจันทวโรนะคะครั้งนี้ด้วยนะคะว่าแต่ละคนเนี่ย
about those who are actually in the value who are the stakeholders, which type of stakeholders we are for the Mekong environmental issues. So we could see some connection from that first seminar because everybody's work here shows linkages between the actors and the issues.
จริงๆเซตภาพที่เห็นนะคะ
The set of photographs that are being exhibited here, actually there are two sets. One set shows the livelihoods, the everyday life in Laos, Myanmar, and Thailand. So Mr. Phovoung Wichai might help talk about this, and then Kun Phally and Ridan might show about might talk about Cambodia. So we can start with some maybe for 5 and 3 minutes each. Can you tell the audience like what is the concept or idea behind the photographs that you have taken? We start with Kun Wichai.
สวัสดีครับขอบคุณนะครับมิว
Good morning. Thank you, Liao.
ผมเป็นเหมือนคิวเรเตอร์
Actually, I'm a curator like of the exhibition.
มีภาพตัวเอง
But this time,
ไม่มาก
I have a few photographs of mine also displayed in the exhibition, but not many. Because for the exhibition, the exhibition is led by the information, and so we just use the photographs or videos to complement or to complement or to expand the topics, the issues. And for example, my topic is about who are who in the energy supply chain. When we talk about the too much reserved energy, too much, and what about, well, so what questions can we ask about this? There's like oversupply basically. And how can this oversupply bring security to our lives? But at the same time, is it also making the life and people's assets unstable? When we have the exhibition there at the BACC, right, nearby, so please visit that. We talk about the demand for electricity in Thailand and the import from Laos, and also gas from Myanmar. So for the 3 gas sources in Myanmar, and they are brought to Radbury power plant, and about 4,000 megawatts altogether. So our question is, if we don't have these resources, will our energy security be affected? The answer is no. We are still 100% secure. So, at the same time, while this access to this gas in Myanmar is not affecting our security, what impact have we caused in Myanmar by extracting the gas from Myanmar? So there were some actors involved who are former CEOs of the energy companies, then assuming the positions in the regulatory body, energy regulatory body as well. And for us, we are basically forced to pay this much. And we calculated in September the FT charge has gone up 370%. So then there's you can actually go and try to calculate with a program that will show you how much your energy costs will increase. So that we're trying to link the energy that is imported from Myanmar and Laos, and to actually try to identify the real costs. So what do we have to so Nang, you can talk about your exhibition, because it's also being, the exhibition is at the BACC as well. My name is Chanang Amparak from the Mekong butterfly. The exhibition that we had is is from the Lao PDR in Luang Prabang and Sayaburi. I just want to say that this is not the first time we have an exhibition of photographs. We have done it before, but most of the photographs were about impacts, the impact of the decline of the ecosystem, because we were working on the hydropower dams. So the earlier photographs that we have brought to exhibit was about the impact of the dams to the ecosystem. But this year, it is the first time that we have beautiful photographs about people's lives, little kids, and the rapids in the Mekong River. But this beauty is basically the last sunset. That means that is the title of our exhibition. These photographs that we have taken, there is it doesn't happen. It's not there anymore. What we have photographed is not there anymore. And the exhibition, The Last Sunset, is on the 4th floor, and we're trying to link the policies and the activities within the Mekong region, the land grabbing and extraction of natural resources, and how it affects people's lives and also the landscape. Actually, the photographer is Kun Montree over here. He can explain more about the background. Kun Montree also works with the Mekong butterfly, and the pictures, the photographs were taken in 2012, when actually the Sayaburi Dam was just started. The construction was just started, but you can see the happy life, in the front, but in the background you see like forest destruction on the hills. So the issues involved in our exhibition is about energy security, cost of effectiveness, and the types of discourse that the government is trying to convince us that it is worth paying for. This little village in Laos that we took photographs of has no part in this at all. And we say that the losers are actually very small groups, but actually we may be all affected by this. And for example, the higher electricity utility costs, we use less electricity but paying more. So where does the FT charge come from? So I want the photograph to show that this is where it started, and the people in Pak Neun in the photograph finally was forced to move away from their ancestral home because of the dam. So when we talk about who wins, who loses, so maybe I'd like to ask Kun Phovoung. In fact, we have a farmer's room up on the second floor over here, and you can go up to see. There are photographs. Kun Phovoung said he's not a professional photographer, but he only wants to record what actually went on for other people to see. So can you tell us about that? May I speak in Lao because I'm not, I cannot speak other language. The two people was mentioned already that Laos is the energy electricity exporting country, but the electricity doesn't go down to the rice fields and to the people's homes. There are many areas in Laos where there is no electricity. As I wanted the documentary to reflect the people's lives, and there are friends over here who have actually been supporting us for a while, Terra and Mekong, and we watch. And I have been working seriously for decades, and many I have actually made about over 100 documentary on the Mekong Watch website on YouTube. Yeah, over 100. And actually, working with the media is to show the people outside about what's going on, but in the end, it cannot solve the people's problems. The media may be influential to the outside, but not much in Laos itself. So when then we became involved in soil improvement in Laos, and because we know that basically there are people, many agricultural companies are making use of the soil, but the benefits does not go to the people. And we can see that soil quality has gone down, and so when we grow rice in Laos, and we don't actually per hectare about 3 tons per hectare, and using biological means, like with in Atapu and Sawanakhet, and you can get 1.5 tons per rai. But they grow rice for consumption only. But we're trying to use the biological methods to grow this rice. And I think so far the villagers are satisfied with the outcome, with the yield, and of course in this changing world where you lack chemical fertilizers, but because the farmers actually did not have enough money to buy chemical fertilizers in the past, so they basically benefit from using the organic means for soil improvement. And actually we got quite a lot per hectare, but our idea is to grow rice only for consumption, but for home consumption, and use the land to grow other things to earn income. because people do need income because there are a lot of costs, like yeah. and and so if we can actually try to save on the costs as well, it would help. What I've been doing with the villagers, and this is what I have been doing. The most important thing is the exchange of knowledge, peer to peer, between among farmers. So far, there has been little of that in the Mekong region, because I actually started as a farmer, and then I worked with an organization, and then I realized this. We do need a way to mechanism to exchange concrete knowledge and practices. So, and the language that you're going to use for this type of exchange, it has to be the something that it can be understood by the people, and also has to be related to their life. Thank you. So if you are interested, you can go up to look at the exhibition on the second floor here. And so Kun Phuvoung is saying about the story behind that. We also have a report in Lao language as well as English language, but there are only a few of them. And we also have some partner that is so we are trying to promote as well as about safe food, as well as herbal medicine. So let's go to Cambodia. So Ridan and Phally, maybe you can tell us your idea of photographs, and also your work also is related to a video. So can you tell us behind these pictures and photographs, what is the story?
Thank you, Mia. So my name is Phally. I'm actually I'm actually a communication officer for Oxfam Mekong Water Governance Programs. And as you may see, the photo exhibition outside is called Smiles of the Mekong. And if you have seen the screening yesterday of the documentary, it's called Face of the Mekong. And Face of the Mekong video and the photo exhibition is part of our national campaign called Along the Mekong Wichai. And through our program, you know, and as you witness, so see that the situations of the Mekong River is not in really good shape because of many developments, the constructions of the dam, and also the climate change. So that's why we initiate the idea of having this campaign in order to raise awareness of the richness of the Mekong River, because we understand about the importance of the river, but the actions that we have taken to take care of this river hasn't been done enough. And we also aim to to bridge or to bring a better engagement between youth and the marginalized community people. That's why we have brought the social media influencer called Sai. Called Sai. So yeah, for the video documentary, it's actually the journeys of Sai crossing the Mekong River across endorsing three main provinces in Cambodia, from Ratanakiri province, Stangtrang, and Krachai. And through his journey, it featured the the diversity of the ethnic minority in Cambodia, as well as the traditions, the ecotourism, the beautiful scenery, yeah. And as for the smell of the Mekong, we actually aimed, feature the portrait of who are the people along the Mekong. That's why we say or give the name as Smell of the Mekong. Yeah. And through this campaign, we have brought the screening as well as the photo exhibitions to premiere at the Cambodia International Film Festival. And also, so this is the second journey after the premiere, but we also plan to bring the Fest of the Mekong and Smell of the Mekong to Phovoung Film Festival, which is going to happen in December. And we also not to forget that we will bring the film and also the photo to the provinces that we have been featured in the film and also in the provinces. Yeah.
Then I would like to ask you, Ridan, what is the concept or idea of your photo?
Okay, thank you so much, and thank for everyone for joining. And I'm Ridan, working for Focus on the Global South. Personally, I think photo play a very important role to show to the world, mainly of the some missing point or make interpreted. Because when I starting with the community work in the around like last 17 or 15 years ago, I can see that many young people just willing to work in aircon, like company, city, rather than playing the important role for working as the community development worker. So later on, I'm dealing with the land community, forestry community, and fishery community. It seems in the city people perspective, they feel like life in city is wonderful, right? But like in the forest, it seems like darkness, horrible, ugly, not healthy. But based on my working, dealing the issue with them, traveling across the country, from Ratanakiri, or even like some parts Stangtrang, Mandalkiri, Tonle Sap, around Tonle Sap, I feel like rural life is full of like hope, love, sharing comments and helping each other. And this is really hard to inspire, especially the young people who are like a graduate or knowledgeable people to value this kind of a resource or life in rural area. So at that time, I start to firstly saving my own money to buy a camera, start taking photos. I can say until now, I have like hundreds and thousands of life in Cambodia, maybe like farming, mountain, even forest, Tonle Sap, or Mekong. So personally, I hope this kind of photo will be inspired, especially for young people or those who are love nature, to contribute to build something back, or maybe don't feel too trouble. I mean, many people who are living in city or having smartphone, they just take the beautiful photo like high driving, good food, good car, motorbike. But for me, as I spend most of my time as the filmer, I always stay with the community. I can see greenery, like river or forest. So when sometimes if you don't take the forest for today, maybe next 2-3 years the forest will be gone, and it's really hard to have a healthy forest. I remember in 2000, local community cut down the forest. The forest site is really higher than myself, and now it's really hard to find this kind of big temple. When we consider our forest, maybe just very small forest. So I think Southeast Asia. And I hope that this is also the part of a documentary for proving that without, I can say without development, actually the rural people still survive harmony peacefully among the community. But in the mindset of the investor or the capitalist, they always feel like without development, people will be suffer. Back to last 15 or 20 years ago, when we have forest, we have river, we don't see people are much suffering. They are living together. So I have many of like a good smile, you know. Sometimes I just put the hashtag smile of Cambodian. So, but right now, when we're talking about development, they suppose that they bring the better life, but you can see people are suffering by like migrating to work in Thailand, migrating to work in the city, separate from the family and so on. So I think photo is one of like perspective to challenge. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ridan. It's like when I walk around your exhibition for your Cambodia team, it's like I saw smiling of the Cambodian and then walk around and then saw something like struggle. It's like the people try to fight for our land, for their land. Yeah, it's so nice. Thank you, Ridan and Phally. แล้วก็ขอกลับมาที่ทางทีมของทางลาวบ้างนะคะอีกรอบหนึ่งเนาะว่าจริงๆแล้วเบื้องหลังของมันอาจจะมีดีเทลเยอะ
Some other details, but can you summarize just briefly about the behind the photographs, what are the issues behind these photographs that you're trying to So I'm going to talk about the Myanmar side behind our photographs. We can talk about Laos later. As we said that the energy that we receive from the gas pipeline, Thai-Burma gas pipeline, which has been going on for a while. But the issue is after the coup d'etat in Myanmar, where we want to question where is the investment criteria or standards of the Thai investors, because some companies actually had to pull out because of human rights violation and violence. These are the foreign investors, but the Thai capital has never taken that into consideration. They still insist on paying for even though there are demands by the Myanmar citizens to stop the payment because the payment will be part of will be in support of the military, with providing them with the budget that they can actually use to inflict violence on their citizens. And from receiving the information from various sources, because we have worked in Myanmar for quite a while, and from our friends and from our own direct experience, we now can see that what we pay for energy costs in our households, that has an effect on people in Myanmar, and because it's not about we can see that there have been actually armed kind of conflict just across the border, and the Thai households were affected too by the shooting, and so you can see that the violence and that is taking place is being committed by the military, Myanmar military government is actually affect the ordinary people. And so what other roles should we have apart from being consumers in the energy sector? Do we have any, do we hold any shares in the company, these companies? And have you ever thought of questioning their source of fuel? And this is the big picture that we want to show to the Thai people, that the money that you pay from your pocket, that you pay for electricity costs, actually has impact over the border in Myanmar. So there's Kun Montree. I just, as I said earlier, the photographs in the last sunset. The last sunset in the meaning is like the last sunset of your life, and whereas you are actually behind the Sayaburi Dam. When the people there woke up one day, they found that their home is not their home anymore. They were forced to move away from where they had always been living, and to allow for the new project to take place. So that is the origin of the idea of the last sunset. But we can freeze this picture in photographs. And we have had this exhibition earlier, and this is so we have actually published all the photographs in this book called the Mekong Harmony. It's not talking about the issues in Laos, but it talks about the relationship between the people in the region with the Mekong River, as well as the resources. So it's about the ecosystem, and in fact, I have never been to the construction site of a construction of a dam construction. So I have been to the downstream area, even a few hundred kilometers from the dam. They are all affected, and with the collapsing riverbanks and flooding, and even in the studies that look at the responsibility of the investment companies does not include the impact, the effect downstream. Even though when the dam broke, and that shows the overwhelming impact. But so the last sunset there at the dam is the first impact. But of course, they further impact down the stream, as well as down through time. We also may be impacted at certain time. And we know that the dams that are being planned now, there are many of them that are being planned for the Mekong River, and some of them are really next to Thailand. So it's going to, the effect of dam construction on the Mekong River is going to affect us all. It's not just about people living along the river, that is going to be affected, is going to suffer losses. But we here, sitting here, are also suffering the loss of the Mekong River and will be affected. So now I would just like to ask Kun Nok Montree, who actually was taking the photographs himself, drifting down the river. So 5 to 10 minutes, okay? So 5 minutes. The photographs being exhibited at the BACC actually were taken in 2012. At that time, I wasn't working with Mekong Butterfly, I was with Terra. But at that time, the 2012 was when the construction was beginning, and they were doing the preparation for the construction on the site. And I had to thank Kun Pipop Panichapak. He was actually doing a documentary on the journey on the Mekong River. So he invited me to go along, and that's how I could see what's happening. And so we came down by boat from Luang Prabang along the river, and we could see that, we see the area where the whole area will be submerged by the dam. And so the exhibited photos are all 20, only 20 of several thousand of them. We could not exhibit all along our journey from Luang Prabang and to the site of Sayaburi Dam. What is really sad is that even some villages that were not going to be submerged, but they are downstream and they had to be moved away. 100%, the whole village had to move because they were going to build an office there, the office for the dam. So, and even now the village becomes a tennis court and football ground and gymnasium or something for the office. So they had to move the whole village to build this office, and which is not connected at all to the dam. So we were just questioning this from outside when we can see the children playing in the river, and on the other side we could see trucks carrying the gravels and sand and so on to the construction site. So and also the survey equipments and so on were kind of planted along the river. We had our team. We had about 5-6 people in our team, and we were so depressed when we came out. And actually, the villagers were very careful. They didn't in talking to us. Some village they mark with a red paint on the tree that that this is where the water will submerge. That is how far they will be flooded. So, and some of the sites, the villages are beyond this, and then in fact these upper villages will actually one day wake up and seeing the water reaching their house because of the reservoir. And that is all I wanted to share with you. I just want to mention a little bit more about the contribution or the influence that photographs can make. And at the downstream, if we know some of the special of the rare species of fish or plants, and we found this the rare species, bird species, in photographs in Laos, and these are the photographs that Montree has taken. So we can only capture them in photographs, and we weren't given any opportunity to do more. Montree mentioned that about the temples in the villages, and really with beautiful wood carving on the temple ground and on people's houses. They were really special, but has anybody recorded these? And people who carry out researches and studies on about the impact assessment, do they actually know that there are rare species being found in the areas, and rare cultural heritage being found? And the dams is going to expand, and there are many places that we're going to have to go and try to record. And I really would like to invite you all to go and visit the exhibition. We have thousands of photographs. When we also try to organize exhibitions on different themes that we really would like to for the public to know about. Do you want to add anything? Just briefly, I like Chanang's word when she says that we may be the one affected on the number 10, affected people number 10. But after the coup d'etat in Myanmar, I just like, actually the coup d'etat is called, the company PTT called it a turbulence, not a coup d'etat. So we could see that many people have been have to be affected by the dams on the river. But a lot of Myanmar people now cannot stay in their home, and they have to flee because of the coup d'etat. And it's not just about the Myanmar people. Just across the border from in Thailand, people are also being affected because there are people, Myanmar people move across the border to try to find sanctuary on the Thai side, and they go try to go to their relatives to stay. So that these effects are actually now affecting us directly and indirectly. So maybe the last three persons, maybe the last round, whatever you want to say briefly before we go to lunch. I just want to add on what people have said. My photographs, I just want to show that if we do less, we can achieve more. So if we talk about a large productions and with large income, but actually small production that we can small production can actually result in so many gains, because large production will swallow up the small producers, and and the producers will definitely be eliminated. And yeah. So we want to show that small producers, after my 40 years of experience, I have no belief that large development, large productions is going to be good for us. We can continue to do with our small productions for our livelihoods. And we have dignity, and we need dignity, because dignity is not having any debts. And so if we can just ensure there is a move to try to provide access to credit to farmers. And I am sure this is the way to get people to be indebted. So our way is to stay out of debt.
I think our colleague here has mentioned a lot about the impacts that happen on the river. Kind of share the same impact. So, like for us, the initiative that we choose to do is that, like, it's time that we should take some actions, and that to show care more on the river. And for the case in Cambodia, because after the Khmer regimes, it becomes a young country in terms of the populations of youth, like almost 70% are youth. Plus, this is the digital age. That's why we choose the social influencer to carry the image of the program, and then through this, he draw attentions from youth, and through our distributions to the film festival so far, there are some expressions from youth that they actually know about, like you said, they know about the importance of the river, but after they watch the film, they kind of surprised that they never know that the Mekong River possess the beautiful biodiversity, and also there's a lot of things that the impacts on the river that they haven't known before. So this is how to say, kind of applaud to the strategy that we work. That we wish to hear more, and for us, we will continue to use the power of the media, like we have been doing so far here, and we all know that the mass media documentary, the photo has really strong power to convince the behavior of the audience, to showcase the message that we aim to portray. So yeah, we hope that step by step, people, not only the indigenous people, people that are not indigenous, or youth or women, can be here together to show care, to show love more on the river, and be united. Yeah.
Thank you, Phally.
Okay, I just speak short. I think in the current political and economic system doesn't respect to the working class or the poor. especially not just only along the Mekong, but to all, around the world. So as like a journalist, photographer, or a social worker, it is our duty to bring up something behind development. As you can see, like a lot of like a mega development like hydro dam or like a irrigation system. So when they build up, so the water rise up to like a 70 meter or 100 meter height. So it create a lot of like a flooding or trouble to the local community. But instead they just only say the fear compensation policy. But suppose that your whole village, your whole commune, or your the whole part of your life has been submerged, under the water. So what the fear compensation mean? That's why I say that the current political and economic system doesn't respect. So what we can do, we have to keep taking by raising awareness. Should give the chance to the government or the development to listen. This is what really people want from you, or this is just your idea to impose, to make the people suffering from your action. Yes, thank you.
Thank you จริงๆขอบคุณทุกคนมากๆนะคะก็คนที่นั่งอยู่ตรงนี้เนาะเป็นในฐานะคนช่างภาพคนทำสื่ออะไรเงี้ยก็คือทุกคนก็เชื่อมั่นในพลังของภาพถ่ายในพลังของสื่อต่างๆแล้วทุกคนก็คงพอจะมีคำตอบให้กับตัวเองแล้วว่าช่างภาพแต่ละคนเนี่ยอยู่ตรงจุดไหนของห่วงโซ่ผลประโยชน์เป็นคนที่อยู่ตรงจุดที่อยากจะสื่อสารประเด็นนี้เพื่อให้เกิดการเปลี่ยนแปลงบางอย่างอยากเป็นคนที่เป็นส่วนหนึ่งในการเปลี่ยนแปลงบางอย่างอะไรอย่างเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็หมิวคิดว่าณเวทีแห่งนี้ที่เราได้มาทอล์กได้มาคุยกันอะไรเงี้ยอยากจะชวนคนที่ได้ฟังทั้งแบบที่นี่ด้วยทั้งออนไลน์ด้วยอะไรเงี้ยค่ะก็คาดหวังว่าให้ได้ตั้งคำถามกับตัวเองว่าในอนาคตอยากจะดูภาพแม่น้ำโขงหรือภาพสิ่งแวดล้อมเป็นเพียงแค่กระดาษอย่างที่นางบอกหรือว่าอยากจะได้มีโอกาสได้ไปสัมผัสมันจริงๆโดยการเริ่มออกมาเปลี่ยนแปลงอะไรบางอย่างในสิ่งที่ตัวเองทำได้อะค่ะแบบสู้ในสิ่งที่ตัวเองทำได้อะไรเงี้ยค่ะแล้วก็จริงๆอยากจะฝากนิทรรศการอีกนิดนึงนะเดี๋ยวอาจจะแบบไปกินข้าวแต่ว่าหลังจากนี้ก็ทั้งที่หอศิลป์นะคะ BACC อยู่ไม่ไกลจากตรงนี้สามารถเดินไปได้ประมาณ5นาทีค่ะก็จะมี
From our venue, Kun Chai and Kun Nang have their photo exhibition. You can also discuss and talk about the photograph.
Give us for the information for your exhibition from Oxfam and from Ridan. Will you have exhibition to another place or just only here?โอเค just here โอเคสำหรับนิทรรศการของ Phally แล้วก็ Ridan สามารถไปติดตามได้ที่ข้างหน้าทางเดินนะคะสามารถไปเดินชมกันได้ก็สำหรับเวทีวัน
Phally and Ridan is here at the venue. Thank you very much for your attention. We will have lunch and then our next session will begin at let's say I don't know when, but thank you very much for today.
All right, thank you very much, moderator.